Alright, what I have here is an 8-inch cake that I torted and filled with strawberry buttercream, which is delicious by the way, and then I just let it set up in the refrigerator to get firm and easy to handle. What you'll need is your offset spatula, your bench scraper, and of course your buttercream. Oh, and a little paper towel to keep your instruments clean. Start out by just globbing a bunch of buttercream on top. The way we're going to smooth the cake is to remove buttercream, not to play with what's on there or add more. So it's better to have more than too little at this point. Just level it out, spread it out. I'm using back and forth motions, not picking my spatula up from the cake. Remove any excess and just get a semi-level surface to start with. Once the top is done, then just start globbing it onto the sides. It doesn't matter how it gets on there, just get it on there and start spreading it around. Okay, once we've used the spatula to cover the cake, the top and sides are covered, we're going to switch to the bench scraper to start smoothing. It's not going to be completely smooth at this point. So hold your scraper at an angle and with the bottom resting on your board, and just give it a turn to start scraping the excess buttercream off the cake. You don't want to use too firm of pressure or else you're going to leave ridges in your cake at this point, so use a light pressure. Alright, once we've gotten the sides pretty smooth with the bench scraper, not perfectly smooth at this point, but pretty smooth, I'm going to clean this off and put it to the side. I'm going to switch to my offset spatula to smooth the top. I just feel like I have more control with it, but if you feel comfortable with the bench scraper, you can feel free to use that. So I prefer, instead of to push away from me, to pull towards me so I can see what I'm doing. And all we're trying to do is lift off this rim of buttercream, not smooth buttercream across the cake. Alright, once the cake is pretty smooth at this point, we're not looking for perfection yet, but pretty smooth, we're going to chill the cake until the icing hardens. Okay, the cake has chilled for a few hours. It's hard to the touch. I'm not leaving any fingerprints. To smooth the cake, we're going to use the offset spatula, the bench scraper, and we've cleaned these, of course. Have some paper towel to keep it clean, and a separate bowl to scrape the excess buttercream into. I don't want to add it back to my bucket of buttercream because this buttercream won't be reusable. So again, we're going to angle our bench scraper to the cake. And we're going to use, at this point you can use fairly firm pressure against the cake, but not against the base, your cake board. And we're just going to scrape off extra buttercream. Okay, I'm going to switch to my offset spatula to smooth the top, and similar to icing the cake, I'm going to pull towards me while I turn the turntable instead of pushing away. And what I'm trying to do is just get rid of this roughness on top and leave nice clean corners, and also scrape off the roughness across the whole top of the cake, so we're just removing excess buttercream, and the finish underneath is going to be very smooth. I'm going to make sure you keep your utensils clean so that you're not dragging buttercream across the surface and leaving marks. And there you have your smooth cake.